Was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
A gain of 40 yards.
It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Minshew, 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Calais. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Raymond,
give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At the 40-yard line.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, seam 6.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 55. Check X3. 218. Chop.
They'll run. Calais. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11 at the 41.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Browns 7, Jaguars 0. Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Browns 7.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And again, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
At the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw again. Prescott. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Here's Minshew. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
43-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He completes it to Westbrook, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
44-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Watch the pass.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing, Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the... Good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Prescott on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On first and 10, Prescott. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken.
8 yards.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 4, it's second and a couple. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Odell Beckham, incomplete. He was covered by...
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
To number 80, Jarvis.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Calais. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up 7.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They run with Calais. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a toss to Armstead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Score Browns 21, Jaguars 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Raymond Calais, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Intended for Austin.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
48-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's Calais. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Calais. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Sheldon Richardson on the
certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
touchdown.
D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Browns 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tackle made by the longtime member of these Browns, Joe Schobert. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, Delta.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Now 4th down. And
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check, check. 61. Matchbox lights. Check.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And again this time to the tailback. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Davis.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
90 Wolf. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 5.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's Prescott. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Christian McCaffrey, incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
He was taken down at the 50.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Prescott now from the 50. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Mike 42. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, Orbit. 42,
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott, and this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Prescott, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. To the air again, Prescott. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
For the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And Seibert yanked it to the left. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the 10?
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Jaguars have won the game. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Jags, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need to win, who need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe down with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the heel. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb.